What is good, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to week 2 of the NFL Predictions NFL Talk on my YouTube channel. Last week, we went over the AFC South and the NFC South. This week, we're doing the AFC West and the NFC West. Sorry, that's under my throat. But, I'm doing a little different this week. Actually, I have a special guest who's going to be doing the NFC West portion of this video. He is a lifelong 49ers fan. He's my brother. We've known each other for 2 decades about now. And I respect his opinions. And we may not always agree about stuff, but we are pretty like-minded when it comes to shit like football. Except for my feelings about the 49ers, but it is what it is. But, anyway, I'm going to turn you over to my boy, Hollywood J. Blaq. J. Blaq for short, whatever you want to call him. And he's going to give you the lowdown on the NFC West. And I will see you in a bit.
What's good, everybody? This is your boy James, also known as Hollywood J. Blaq. I'm doing the NFC West report with my homeboy Sim. He wanted me to do it because, you know, I have extensive experience when it comes to the NFC West stuff. So that's what I'm here about to do. A little bit about me. I'm a husband, a father of 2 wonderful, beautiful kids. Lifelong San Francisco 49ers fan. Been dealing with the NFC West since the old days with the New Orleans Saints and the Atlanta Falcons were in the division. That was a long time ago, even when the Carolina Panthers first came in when they were in the division. So definitely keep on track with the football business, you know. So let's get right to it. Let's do this NFC West report. And basically, we're going to talk about our predictions, preseason predictions. Find out I'll let you know who's going to be my pick to win the NFC West. So let's check it. Let's start with the wonderful Seattle Seahawks, a team that I respect but despise more than anything and more than any other team in the NFL. Just the way that they talk, the way that they do their thing, a bunch of swagger and all this mess. Crap, forget about it. But you have to respect the fact that they've made the playoffs over a recent period of time. They've been playing at a high level. So you got to give them respect where the respect is due. Now, I'm hoping that the preseason and this offseason and training camp gives Russell Wilson a chance for him and Jimmy Graham to kind of work on their deals. They really had not that much time last year, but with the whole season and the offseason, they should be able to work together, try to figure out, and especially going to need it because with 2 running backs coming off an injury and Marshawn Lynch retiring, they're really going to have to do some restructuring, which means that more of the passing game is going to have to come into effect. So more of Pete Carroll's high passing style that he's normally used to deal with is going to have to come back out again. So that's it for the Seattle Seahawks. The next team on the squad is going to be the newly crowned LA Rams. So they're without a quarterback, without a veteran quarterback, excuse me. I mean, they have Case Keenum. What the hell is Case Keenum? And they got your boy Jared Goff running the show down there now. But at least it's going to be looking like he's going to be running the show. So it's going to be some growing pains. I know Jeff Fisher has a lot of experience when it comes to rookie quarterbacks. But he also has a lot of experiences in moving teams from where they're originally from. So I guess it's par for the course, really, right? So I really expect the Rams, I don't think they're going to be as competitive as they was last year. And the only reason they were competitive last year was because of Todd Gurley exploding onto the scene and doing his thing. But I think the fact that Jared Goff isn't a veteran is going to really affect what they're doing. There's going to be a lot of growing pains. They're going to be around the 5-11, 6-10 range again this year, somewhere around there. So there's that. Now it's on to the Arizona Cardinals, last year's NFC West gold standard. They flat out won the division. They flat out came to play. Carson Palmer had a hell of a year. The running game was off the chain. Chris Johnson was running his balls off. David Johnson was running his balls off. Larry Fitzgerald turned back the hands of time. It was just an amazing year, in that Bruce Arians' defense was completely and utterly off the chain. It did its thing. They did some of the most wonderful stuff with the blitzes and the zones and the mans and everything. It was a perfect squad that, when they met into the buzzsaw that was the Carolina Panthers last year, had no answer for it, especially when you have to deal with Cam Newton. So now we're back to my 49ers. The 49ers have had a rough last couple years. They were 7-9 the year before. Last year, with all the coaching changes and the management changes, just a big debacle. We ended up 5-11. We had players not wanting to play for the team anymore. It was just a complete mess. But hold on. Jed York got his crap together. He finally realized that his ego needs to get the frick out. So he went ahead and got a coach who's realized that his ego needed to get the F out. And that was Chip Kelly. Now, Chip Kelly is the enigma of a coach. He's like the guy that you would talk to about sports in a bar and you would know everything, and at the same time doesn't want to go to a bar because he's such a recluse. He keeps a very, very tight-knit circle. He doesn't want people to know about him that much. He just wants to talk football. That's his main focus. And I can respect that. I mean, Jim Harbaugh was 80% football and 20% a pop culture icon for the Bay Area. So people are going to have to get used to Chip Kelly, and that's fine. That's cool. But the Chip Kelly thing is not the thing that we want to talk about. We want to go ahead and talk about the man Colin Kaepernick. We want to go ahead and talk about the man Carlos Hyde. We want to go ahead and talk about our receivers. We want to go ahead and talk about our newly minted young defense that we have. And we can talk about it later time. This is mainly about the predictions. I think that all that is going to come inside, and we're going to see something special coming out of this year. So, on the predictions, let's roll. Let's do it. So, bottom of the division, off top, is let you know it's going to be the St. Louis Rams. And I explained to you why. The simple fact is that with Jared Goff at the helm, and this is going to be some growing pains, the Rams weren't really great to begin with. They were the bottom barrel of the team, and they got lucky because the San Francisco 49ers just played absolutely worse. So, there's that. The number 3 team this year, oddly enough, is going to be, I believe, my San Francisco 49ers. But I don't think they're going to be without a winning record. I think they're going to probably go around 9-7. Either 8-8 or 9-7 for sure. The way that this goes, 9-7, it might just be good enough to make the playoffs. It just might. It just might. So the next on the list, we have the Arizona Cardinals. I think that the Arizona Cardinals, I think that their time for being the kings of the division is going to be up. And mainly because I think that Carson Palmer's knee, Carson Palmer's arm isn't going to be able to hold up for another full 16-game season again like it did and when he played at a monstrous level. I know that the offense is good, but I don't think that they're going to be able to do the same stuff. I think the NFL is going to be ready for them. And finally, and I hate to admit it, it sucks, but I think that the Seattle Seahawks are going to win the division. I think they're going to be around 11-5. I think the Arizona Cardinals are going to be around 10-6. So I'm looking at Seattle at 11-5, Arizona Cardinals 10-6, San Francisco 49ers about 9-7. 9-7 just might be good enough to make the playoffs, but I think Seattle is going to come back again. I think that continuity and consistency with Jimmy Graham is going to finally come into play. I think they're going to get their ish together, you know. So that's my prediction. Hate it if you won't. Love it if you want to. Anything else? You can follow me on King James 924 on the YouTube. I got a couple video game things on there. Otherwise, represent the Sin Gaming. You know, what's up? Holla at your boy. Peace.
All right, so get the hula hoops, group the midgets up together, tell them to put their heads together like they were mating in that movie, The Coneheads, you know, when they put their foreheads together. Slide the hula hoops over them and bunch them up like that. If they're heavier midgets, you can probably get about 5 or 6 of them motherfuckers in the damn hula hoops. If they're thin, you can probably get 7 or 8 in the hula hoops. If they're a mixed ratio, you're going to have to play with that one. But get all the asses in there, then turn on the fucking Willy Wonka song, the Oompa Loompa song, so that they can get in rhythm, so they can walk, so they ain't falling over, so they can get into the van, all right? We're going to release these motherfuckers on the strip later tonight and just let them wreak havoc down the strip. I think it'll be fun. Hey, I'm back. And just ignore everything you just heard. Don't worry about that. But thank you, Jay Blaq, for your opinions about the NFC West. Whereas I agree with you on some things, I do have to disagree with you with a couple things. All right? First off, in my opinion, I believe the Arizona Cardinals are still going to be the gold standard in that division and probably finish the season 14-2, 13-3. Seattle, I think they're going to take a step back this year. You know, Russell Wilson finally got that nut out, man. He finally had sex. That could slow him down, man. His mind might not be on football right now. You never know. I mean, come on, man. You know, sex does weird things to men. Will it affect his gameplay? I guess we'll see. I don't think the Rams are going to be the bottom feeders in the division. I know you're going to hate me for saying that, Mr. Granger, or Mr. Blaq. But, I think they're going to be the ones who finish 7-9, 6-10. The 49ers, I know Chip Kelly is a football genius in some circles. In some circles, he's an overpowered, maniacal madman. I see them winning a max of 3 games, but 2 of those will probably be in the division since they seem to do well against their division opponents. All right, now it's my turn to talk about the AFC West. I do not like any team in the AFC West. But we're going to start off with our defending Super Bowl champions, Denver Broncos. My God, they lost a lot in the offseason, and nobody's really talking about it. People are like, oh, they're going to be fine. John Elway this, John Elway that. John Elway's an idiot. He should have kept Brock Osweiler. He should have paid the motherfucker. But, hey, let's go with Captain Butt Fumble, Mark Sanchez, or what the hell is it, Paxton Lynch? Is that who they drafted? Anyway. I don't know. The running back core is the running back by committee. C.J. Anderson is not an every down back. Does he have the capability to? I don't know if he can stay healthy long enough to be an every down back. Their defense lost some key players like Malik Jackson. And do we know if Aqib Talib is playing this year after he shot himself? If I remember correctly, Plaxico Burress shot himself, did a year in jail. And he actually told the truth. Whereas Talib fucking lied about it. I see them taking a step back. Not too drastically. I say 9-7. Maybe 8-8. It'll be a down year for the Denver Broncos. Now on to the Kansas City Chiefs. This team has the best chance of winning this division this season. Even though they won't go nowhere in the playoffs. Because Alex Smith is not a playoff quarterback. He's a situational quarterback who'll get them there. He'll put up okay numbers now that he has a wide receiver. I mean, remember 2 years ago? There were no touchdowns by a wide receiver on that team at all. Think about it. That was all Travis Kelce and Jamal Charles. The running back core is awesome. Travis Kelce is like a younger, by like 2 years, Rob Gronkowski. From that Patriots Nation, baby. But we'll talk about them next week. Andy Reid is a fantastic coach. He always has been. But he hasn't been able to get it done. And it ain't going to change in Kansas City. I think they'll go maybe 12-4, 11-5 this year. Next, we got the Oakland Raiders. This is probably the most improved team of this division. And I like Derek Carr. He's a good quarterback. With their receiving core, what's the kid from I can't remember the kid from Alabama's name that they drafted last year. It'll come to me after the video probably. That's how shit happens in my life. But they have a good receiving core. Their defense is going to be special this year. That team will be very hard to score against. Jack Del Rio is their head coach. He's a great defensive mind. And I think that they will finish at 9-7, possibly 10-6. And then the bottom feeders of the division, the team who, when they play at home against the Denver Broncos, there's more Bronco fans in the stadium than there are San Diego Charger fans. Phillip Rivers had an amazing season last year when he wasn't on his ass. I mean, over 4,000 yards passing. Great season. Really good. Defense was offense was at times. Phillip Rivers is a hothead. He's like, if he's Ryan Leaf, if Ryan Leaf would have actually made it in the NFL. I see them only winning 4 games this year. 4-12 for the San Diego Chargers. They still really don't have a running game. Melvin Gordon is not the answer that they were hoping he is going to be. Alright, so let's jump into the way I have the division. Kansas City Chiefs, the Oakland Raiders, the Denver Broncos, and then the San Diego Chargers. Oakland possibly getting the wild card, which will take me into the sleepers of the divisions. Okay. But the AFC West, obviously, the sleeper choice here is the Oakland Raiders because they are so... I said put the Oompa Loompa song on, guy. Damn. Come on, man. Get them in the hula hoops and get them moving side to side with each other so they can get in the van. That's all we need to do is get them 20 feet into the van, alright? Come on, man. If not, we're going to have to just drag their asses in there and they'll be falling all over the place. Probably take us 20 more minutes to get their asses in there. So, do it. Oh, yeah, and Blaq, do me a favor, man. Don't worry about cussing. You know me, dude. I don't hold my fucking mouth. I don't wash my mouth. Don't worry about it. Next week, when you do the AFC West, I mean, the AFC, no, the NFC East, or at least NFC shit division, as I like to call it, because who gives a fuck about them? Just let it go, man. That's all I'm going to say. But, okay. Anyway, the Oakland Raiders are my sleepers team for the AFC West. For the NFC West, I'm going to give my boy the benefit of the doubt. If there is going to be a sleeper team in that division, it will be the 49ers. They have the talent. They have a nice young defense who can get the job done. The coach, hell, you see what the coach did for Philadelphia a couple years ago, and that was with Nick Foles and Michael Vick. One guy who just quit and one guy who is retiring this year. So, next week, we'll be doing the AFC East and the NFC East. But the following week, finishing off these predictions with the AFC North and the NFC North. So until next week, start lining the midgets up. I'll be out there in a minute. All right, do it. So, in the wrap, Chiefs, Raiders, Broncos, Chargers. NFC West for my boy James. He picked Seattle, Arizona, San Francisco, and then the Rams. My picks for the NFC West are Arizona, Seattle, the Rams, and San Francisco. But I will see you next time on the NFL Talk. If you like it, like what you hear here, or you just want to argue with me, that's fine. I'm fine on both ends. Go ahead and click the like button, hit the subscribe button, drop some comments down there. I put a link to my boy Blaq's YouTube channel because he's going to be starting some gaming videos and doing his own vlogs pretty soon. So until next time, we'll see you in a week on NFL Talk. This is your boy Big Sin, and I'm out. Peace.